Hi, this is Jeff Boyce. I've been a local Denver Metro realtor here for the last 20 plus years. And in this video, I'm going to do the top 10 reasons why you might consider Littleton, Colorado for your relocation to buy a home there and to move out. Let's go over those top 10 reasons. This is also going to include the pros and cons of living in Littleton, and it's going to cover all the positives and negatives of moving to Littleton. I've added a number 11 clip, a bonus clip that you absolutely positively must see if you're thinking about buying a home in any suburb of Denver, including Littleton. Make sure you look at number 11 at the very end. It's actually the best of them all. I've lived in Denver since I was 18 years old. I actually grew up in Ohio, and I've been a Denver real estate broker for the last 20 plus years and have sold homes from Colorado Springs all the way up to Fort Collins. I've probably driven down every street, avenue, cul-de-sac, and boulevard 10,000 times showing houses over the last 20 years, and I've shown tens of thousands of homes during that 20-year period. I've actually lived in 2 Littleton homes and have that experience to help you target that perfect home in that perfect neighborhood for you if ultimately Littleton is the place that you decide to buy a home. Maybe it's someplace else in the Denver metro area, and I can help you there too. So don't be bashful about calling, texting, or emailing me. I'm glad to help you answer any specific subdivision or city questions that you might have. Give me a call, 303-622-5700. Call me anytime. I'm glad to help you with your relocation out here to the Denver metro area. If you like this video, please subscribe below. I do a ton of videos on not only Littleton, but all of the other metro cities. I've got a ton of information for you if Littleton is not your final destination. And finally, I wanted to thank everyone that's called me, texted me, or emailed me over the past 20 years. And I really appreciate being able to help everyone find a beautiful home. I do a ton of business and I sell a ton of homes, and I just want to thank everyone for all of your calls, texts, and emails off my YouTube video stuff. Thanks again. And I've got your back. My team and I have got your back. My mortgage team, my showing team, we have got your back when you're relocating out to Denver, or if you just live here and you're looking just to buy a home in the metro area. We've got your back. If you're like most people, you've probably done a ton of research already online on the specific cities that you might want to live in, depending on where your job and your employment's going to be, and you're probably wondering, what in the heck is it like to live in Littleton? What do the homes look like? What do the inside of the homes look like? What do the neighborhoods look like? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover that, so let's get started. Number 1, Littleton is actually an older city. It was actually founded in the 1860s after our Colorado gold rush. Pretty amazing. Littleton is bordered on the north by Lakewood, on the northeast by Englewood, on the east by the town of Centennial, and then on the west it's actually bordered by the foothills and the mountains. Pretty darn cool. Littleton has 5 zip codes with about 171,000 residents there. Now compare that to Denver and Denver County, where there are about 663,000 residents. So Denver is about 4 times bigger than Littleton in comparison. Littleton is probably most known for, and unfortunately, the Columbine High School shooting in 1999, 20 plus years ago, that happened. But I gotta tell you, the most awesome, cool thing about Littleton now is Chatfield Reservoir in the summer. It actually rocks. If you're into boating or kayaking or paddleboarding or want to take the kids out there swimming, it is just a blast out there. I think that's what makes Littleton cool right now. Number 2, Littleton was the number 2 best-selling suburban city of Denver in the last year, with 2,200 single-family home sales and only Aurora beat it out. And then again, Denver itself was number 1. Most of the Littleton homes were built in the 1960s and 70s, and then there was the big baby boom building in the 1980s all around Southwest Plaza. It's a nice place to raise a family, and like I said, I've lived in 2 Littleton homes over there and love the area. Unfortunately, only 18% of the homes in Littleton were built in year 2000 or newer, which means that 82% of the homes are older than year 2000, built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So that may be a big turnoff to a lot of people. A lot of the homes over there are a little bit older and have older floor plans in them that may not be as modern. Plus, there's not very many new building going on in the Littleton area because there's just not any land left over there. Number 3, Littleton is actually considered affordable or very affordable. The average median price on a Littleton home is $438,000. Compare that to Denver itself, and Denver is $430,000. So they're almost identical in median price. And by the way, median price means half the homes sell higher and half the homes sell lower than that median price. Littleton does have some of those neighborhoods, actually quite a few of them, that have homes starting at about $300,000 to $325,000 or so. So it is still considered affordable. The number 1 most popular subdivision in Littleton, surprisingly, is the Roxborough subdivision out in zip code 80125, just south of Chatfield Reservoir. It's a beautiful little subdivision out there, and the reason I think it's so popular is because lots of the homes out there were built after year 2000, so you can get a nice newer home out there. The number 2 best-selling zip code in Littleton is the Columbine and Columbine Knolls type subdivisions in zip code 80128. And the number 3 best-selling subdivision is the beautiful Ken Carl subdivisions in zip code 80127. According to Apartments.com, the average 1-bedroom apartment in Littleton rents for about $1,175 a month. As for home rentals, rental prices on houses start at about $1,900 or so in the Littleton area. Number 4, the Littleton homes feed into the Littleton School District and the Jefferson County School District. Plus, there's the real popular Arapahoe Community College right there on South Santa Fe. The Littleton City Schools feed into Heritage, Arapahoe, and Littleton High Schools. The remaining Littleton homes feed into the Jefferson County or Jeffco schools, and that would be Chatfield, Columbine, and Bear Creek High Schools. All of these schools are actually rated very high, with averaging about a 94% graduation rate, and only Littleton High School is a little bit lower, down at an 81% graduation rate. Number 5, Littleton actually accounted for 10% of the entire Denver Metro suburban home sales, with 2,205 single-family 3-plus bedroom homes sold. Now, compare that with all of the total suburban home sales of 21,600 some home sales, and that's not too bad. The reason for the popularity and why 10% of the homes were probably sold there is that the schools are excellent in Littleton, and housing is still considered affordable in Littleton, especially for first-time home buyers and people that have been renting and want to look for their first home. It's still affordable in Littleton, with homes starting at about $300,000 to $325,000 in about 4 zip codes. In zip code 80120, home prices start at about $300,000 or so, and the median price is $505,000. In zip code 80123, homes start again right at about $300,000 or so, and the median price is $470,000. In zip code 80125, homes start at about $340,000 with a median price of about $500,000. in zip code 80127, the Ken Carl area, beautiful area. Homes do start at about $300,000 to $325,000 or so. The median price is $495,000. And in 80128, which is the Columbine Knolls area out there, homes start at about $320,000, $325,000, and the median price is about $455,000 out there. Number 6, here's some interesting facts and statistics for you. The average median age in Littleton is actually 42 years old. It's actually considered a slightly older city in comparison to a lot of the other suburban cities out there. And another statistic is families with children under age 18, it's actually 27% of the households in Littleton have kids under 18 in elementary, middle, or high school, or even younger than that. Now that's an interesting statistic because if you compare that to Highlands Ranch is higher at 32%, and then you go a little bit further east to Parker is actually 60% of the households have kids under age 18. Interesting, huh? The average median income in Littleton is about $102,000 a year, which is actually considerably higher. Plus, about 49% of Littleton residents have a bachelor's degree or graduate degree or higher. Number 7, there's still tons of stuff to do in Littleton if you've got kids and you've got a family. There's over 100 parks in Littleton, and there's over 50 playgrounds, too many to list. And in all those places, not only can you go mess around in the parks with your kids, but there's also Saturday and Sunday morning soccer practices that you can get signed up for, and pee-wee football going on. There are a ton of paved walking and biking and hiking trails throughout Littleton, and those include the popular Deer Creek Trail and hiking trail, Waterton Canyon, super popular, Roxborough Park, the Highline Canal Trail, and the very popular South Platte River Trail, where you can actually go to Chatfield Reservoir on your bike and bike 15 miles downstream on the path all the way to downtown Denver. There are 2 dog parks in Littleton. There's the Chatfield Reservoir Dog Park, which is super cool because part of it has a pond out there where the dogs can go jump in the water in the summer and just have a blast and play ball. Then there's the Winnetka Ponds Bark Park also. Plus, there's all the South Suburban parks and the South Suburban ice skating hockey rink. The popular Chatfield Reservoir, like I said, offers boating, paddleboarding, kayaking, sailing. There's tons of stuff to do out there. You can do picnics out there, you can go rent horses out there, and you can even go camp out there. It's a blast. There are 3 indoor year-round pools, and those would be Buck Community Rec Center, Ridge Rec Center, and Lilley Gulch Rec Center. So the kids can swim year-round, and you can swim laps in the winter too. Plus, there's another 5 outdoor rec center pools throughout Littleton, so you and the kids can mess around in the summer. And there's the fun Pirates Cove Water Park just off of East Bellevue that the kids will love too. We can't forget about the Sequest Aquarium in Littleton. It's super nice to take the kids there too. There's 5 popular public golf courses in Littleton. Those include Raccoon Creek, Littleton Golf and Tennis, the Meadows, Deer Creek, and the Arrowhead Golf Course. All of those are really nice. There's the fun Alamo Draft House and Cinema on South Santa Fe, and just up from that is the Hudson Gardens, which is the gardens year-round, and then during the summer they do weekly concerts out there. Really neat. And for your shopping fun, there's the Southwest Plaza at Bowles and Wadsworth, and then only about 15 or 20 minutes away is the infamous Park Meadows Mall over at I-25 and 470, which has 1,250,000 indoor square feet of shopping for you and all the big name stores out there, plus all the really good restaurants. Number 8, Littleton has lots of employers, but the 2 main employers are Lockheed Martin and the two school districts, the Littleton and the Jeffco school districts, employ the most people after Lockheed. Number 9, there's lots of restaurants and entertainment in Littleton. And one of my favorite is the Platte River Grill down on South Santa Fe, where I like to go for a brew after either mountain biking around Littleton or hiking in the foothills just right outside of Littleton. Great place. There's also 6 excellent microbreweries nearby, and those include the popular Breckenridge Brewery, Blue Spruce Brewing, Coal Mine Avenue Brewing, Lacavore Beer Works, Jackass Hill Brewery, and Living the Dream Brewing. All of these have great food and great microbrews. Trust me on this one. Number 10. The Denver International Airport is about 45 minutes away if you swing around 470 and take that up to Pena Boulevard. Plus, to go downtown, you're looking at about 30 to 45 minutes if there's not a ton of traffic. Pretty easy to get downtown. So if you want to go down for a Denver Broncos game at Mile High Stadium, or you want to go down and see the Colorado Rockies play at Coors Field, or my favorite, Avalanche Hockey, go Avs, and the Nuggets down at the Pepsi Center, you can get downtown, like I said, in about 45 minutes from Littleton. Plus, the ski resorts are only about less than 2 hours away, just over an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So if you want to go up to Keystone or Arapahoe Basin or Breckenridge or Copper Mountain or just a little bit further over to Vail, you're looking at about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours up the mountains from Littleton. Number 11. Here's number bonus 11 that I think you're going to find really interesting on the facts on this statistic here. So, here's an amazing fact. In the last year, the city and county of Denver had 6,760 single-family home sales with 3 or more bedrooms. Compare that to Littleton, again, which had 2,200 home sales, which is about 2/3 less than Denver. But interestingly, like I mentioned earlier, if you count all of the other suburban cities, including Littleton, there were 21,600 plus home sales, where Denver City only had 6,700. So about 315% more homes were sold in the suburbs. And you're probably maybe wondering, why in the heck is that, Jeff? Why do the suburbs outsell Denver? Isn't Denver nice or something? Well, here's the answer. The amazing fact about Denver and Denver County is 68% of the homes sold last year in Denver were homes that were built in 1900, just after the gold rush, to 1970. So those are those older brick ranch style homes. A lot of those are so small, they're the brick ranch bungalow homes. And amazingly, 75% of all homes last year sold in Denver were ranch style homes. Now think about those older homes. They've got those older, smaller floor plans, super small living rooms. The kitchens are like apartment kitchens. Your master bedroom and master bathrooms are super small. So number 11 on this little statistical bonus is, I just wanted to let everybody know that's not familiar with the Denver area that the majority of the Denver homes are older, smaller, brick ranch style homes with poor square footage. So the reason all the suburban cities outsell Denver is because people can typically live closer to your job, and you can get a nice, newer, modern 80s, 90s, and 2000 type floor plan, which everybody likes. Does that make sense? Because after selling $150 million worth of single-family homes over the last 20 plus years, I can honestly say almost everybody that calls me that thinks that they want a home in Denver ends up switching to one of the Denver suburban cities instead. Plus, we're almost always closer to your job. Well, that just about wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe like I said. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up if I did a good job, or if I didn't, give me a thumbs down and tell me what I should do better and what I should add on this video. Again, this is Jeff Boyce with HomeSmart Cherry Creek. I hope I can help you on your relocation and find the perfect home and the perfect subdivision for you too. Thanks again.